You're watching the We Are the Flesh podcast. Be sure to hit the subscribe button below and hit the bell icon so you know whenever we drop a new episode. The links to our streaming music services and all of our socials are below. Be sure to follow us everywhere. Let's get the show started. So, let's, I guess the first thing that we'll go over today is you can see me on this one, right? All right, cool. So this is like the merch packaging. We got just like the new styles of shirts that just came out. So this is what it looks like when it comes to your door, minus my blacked out address. You guys aren't allowed to see that, but you know, you get the logo and everything. That's how it's going to come in your mailbox or get delivered to your door. And then the two logo shirts that we have, they came out in red and white. So this is the red one right here. I'll be wearing a couple of these for you in the future episodes, but you can get it in red and white. If you go to wearetheflesh.com, you'll be able to see both those designs put up there, as well as the Purge shirt that we kept extended because we sold out of it so fast. And then there's another design on there that you guys can check out too. We're always going to be adding stuff on there going forward. So anything you guys want to check out, or any even like merch ideas for songs that you guys want, be sure to hit us up in the comment section. Let us know what you want to see, and we'll do our best to try to get it printed for you. So just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, otherwise everything's going awesome. Where are we at this week? We're at, like 37,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. I've been holding it pretty strong on there. Pretty consistently ever since. So thank you guys so much for that and that support. Like we kind of talked about last week on the last episode, man, I mean, like even in an age where no one buys music, I mean, it's like a handful plus downloads of our songs per week in addition to all the streaming. So thank you so much, guys, for everything, keeping the momentum going. We really appreciate it. We do this for you guys. We appreciate the support. And yeah, so other than that, Tyler, what else are we talking about this week?
On that note, because this has come up a lot, especially coming into 2020, and a lot of different, like artist marketing agencies getting out there trying to get business, because everybody's resolution is obviously like get off your ass and like get your music out there.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing a ton of like playlist promo ads everywhere, and I mean, that I'm completely against buying playlist promotion, but one of the things that I don't think a lot of people understand is that like we've bought 0 playlist placements to get to that 35,000 that we've been sitting at for like, how long have you been at 35,000 monthly listeners now?
Months and months. Yeah.
Like at least 3. Like I haven't even looked at your numbers lately because you're just on autopilot at 35 to 40,000.
Yeah. For like the first year, pretty quickly rose to 10,000. And then, in the last year, it's just doubled and then gone up to 30 and beyond. And it's been holding there for, at least a good handful of months. You know what I mean? I would say probably since the summer. So. Yeah.
So zero playlist promotions, 0 playlist pushes, paid to be on 0 playlists, and at 35,800 monthly listeners, and that's a number that is consistent. And I think one of the frustrating things for artists, I know that you've never even had to face, is like these artists will buy these playlist promotion packages for like $20, $40, and they'll get to like 2,000, 3,000 monthly listeners, but none of them stick around. None of them like or follow or do any of these things. And then a month later, it all pops back to 0. But and it's sad because you get hooked on the gear, and then you keep shooting it up, and then you're gonna get to, and then you spend $100 to get to 10, and then it goes back to 200, and then you spend $200, $400, $500, and then you end up on that playlist that had a bunch of bot traffic, and then you're not on Spotify anymore because you get banned. But yeah, it's like a vicious cycle I get reminded of periodically, but lately it's really been present because there's so many people. It's like 30,000 monthly listeners for $40. And it's like, it's not going to happen. And if it is, it's fake. And a month later, you're going to be back to 20.
Yeah.
And I think the big thing that I see with you guys that's so much different is when we really look into your numbers, when it's like, we look at a song like This Hell, like I have the Spotify artist up right now, and it's like it's gotten 26,000 streams in the past 30 days, but that's from 9,000 people. It's not 26,000 streams from 24,000 people, everything is like the listener to stream ratio is 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 5-to-1, and I think that speaks a lot, not only to like the marketing plan, but also to the fact that the music's good. When we put your music in front of people that actually like it, they stick around, they follow you, they listen over and over again.
Yeah.
And you can sit there with 0 playlist promotion, 0 social media promotion, and constantly be at 35,000.
Yeah. But I think that's an important thing. Not take us out of the equation. You know what I mean? Just like any artist out there, it's like, dude, just make sure everything you're doing, is all being based off of organic. You know what I mean? Like, just make sure it's all organic instead of, being on a playlist where it doesn't even mean anything to you and the people don't even care. You know what I mean? Like, if you promote yourself and 2 people like you, it's like, dude, at least you have 2 real people that like you. You know what I mean? So, definitely it's good. Like, that's kind of what I wanted to segue into too, like talk about this week is like kind of the whole, like, cause we got, and this will tie into, we had a couple questions come up from our previous episodes. We asked people to comment, and then in the future, guys, like anything comes up, like if this is the first episode you're watching or you haven't commented on other episodes, like if you have any questions you want to ask us or anything you want us to cover, be sure to throw it in the comment section so we can cover it in future episodes, because that's what I'm gonna be doing in a second. But the real versus fake followers, man. I mean, that's like, it's something that's super important. I mean, dude, you can go online now on Instagram or Twitter or, whatever, even a lot of the music platforms, SoundCloud, whatever, and there's a million like Russian or Chinese or, South American or whatever bots you can purchase, you know what I mean? Like for all these people that'll, I can go right now, spend $200 and get 10,000 followers on Instagram. It's like, but what is that going to get me? That's nothing. That's not real. You know what I mean? When I post something, then I might even also be paying them when I post something. Everybody puts a bunch of little emojis and it's just bots. But what does that get me? That's not real fans. That's not real sales. Those aren't real people that are going to come to my shows. Those aren't real people that are going to buy my merch. Those aren't real people that are going to stream my songs month in, month out, week in, week out. You know what I mean? So it's like, dude, what's the point? So you're just trying to impress people that come across your profile. You know what I mean? Just that will probably think you're fake anyway because they never heard of you. You know what I mean? So it's like right now, like we're at like just shy of 2,000 Instagram followers, but the difference is like they're real. You know what I mean? And everybody that we have like listening to us online on Spotify, Apple Music, etc., they're real. And I'm not bringing that up to be like, hey, like look at us, we're so great. I'm just saying whether you think our audience is large or whether you think it's small, it doesn't matter to us. It's real. Like even if 5 people are listening to me, at least I know that those are 5 real breathing humans that like are into my shit that are gonna like, support. You know what I mean?
And if you want to talk about a waste of money, like go buy fake followers on Instagram. Like you don't even get paid. Like if you're gonna spend money on something, like spend money on at least like pushing it to a place that is monetized. I mean, people like to talk shit on Spotify because they don't pay enough money, but like
at least they pay money.
Yeah, at least they pay something. as opposed to Instagram that pays you a dick. For your 45,000 followers from Shenzhen, China.
Yeah. Well, and see, that's the cool thing now, though, about, the music industry and the direction it's headed in. Like, yeah, sure, Spotify and all the streaming services, like right now it comes down to Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud's right behind. But like, whatever it evolves to in the future or whoever ends up on top or if they just stay the same for several years, the point is like the money is coming back into the industry, which is great for artists, especially independent artists. Because for a long time, I mean, probably from like 2000, whatever, early 2000s, whatever year you want to put on it, all the way up until a couple years ago, like everything was just a free-for-all. It was just like there was no money. Record companies were freaking out. Independent artists were certainly making even less than they were. You know what I mean? No one was buying music. If you bought a CD of somebody, it was just strictly because you wanted to support them. You know what I mean? But now it's starting to make sense. It's harder to steal music now than it is to just pay for premium $10 a month and listen to whatever you want. Like with my smartphone, I'd have to go to greater lengths to go and steal music now than to just pay $10 a month and listen to it, or just, listen through some ads and just listen on a streaming service,
Well, I mean, to go back to Spotify for a minute, I know that like a lot of people like to talk shit because it doesn't pay enough money, but like it's one of the most incredible like leveling of the playing fields for newer artists, and I don't think that people realize that, because I mean, like, everybody's always talked shit about how much money they were getting. It was like they weren't getting paid enough on their CD sales because they were too expensive to print, and it's like, but now it's like, okay, well, I only get 0.2 cents a stream, or it's 0.46 or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah, it depends on
it's
who's doing your distribution, but it's like, when you look at Spotify and how the machine learning works to build those algorithmic playlists, like it really does level the playing field. It's looking at everyone in the same way. Like, I see some artists that like have no following, but the following is small, but like there's enough people that they can start to make a determination and at least put them in front of 15 more people. But that, I think, is one of the greatest things about it, is like, you've played how many shows, and like,
zero.
You played 0 shows,
Yeah.
and most of that growth has been from algorithmic playlists, and you're in a position now where you could totally play a decent show. So but you wouldn't have been able to do that before. You would have played for nobody, and or your friends.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
hopefully your friends bring some friends, so on and so forth, and then you hook up and you do the networking thing on the road. And but like, it's not necessary anymore the same way. But that's what I think is incredible about it. But more importantly, like, where the fuck is Andre Weiss?
Yeah, no, he's not here this week.
I mean,
he had some other stuff to get to. But
I feel like he's like the catalyst for the entertainment. Like this has been so fucking serious for the.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
he doesn't have his FaceTime pulled up, and
he doesn't have his FaceTime pulled up.
Yeah.
I'm not. We're in this like small room without a bar, so I don't have any bottles hidden this time to sneak drinks and make myself entertaining.
Yeah.
But yeah, Andre Weiss.
So, on the note of answering some questions, so we had Monarch asked us on YouTube in the comments, just like we were saying before, had a few questions, and this is actually something that we should probably pay attention to. So he was like, is there a reason that we uploaded No Love For You and Jay's not as regular videos but as a topic? So that's a really good question, man. So like, we uploaded for a long time, we uploaded our individual songs to our YouTube channel, but until like recent, like I would say maybe like 4 or 5 songs ago, we stopped releasing the actual uploading our songs to YouTube, because like supposedly they go on YouTube Music or whatever. So like they go up everywhere else, like Spotify, Apple Music, etc., and we put them on SoundCloud. But then the YouTube stuff, like we were like, oh, well, it's taking care of itself, so maybe people will just find it. And we thought that people were finding it in the topics because they comment on it and stuff. So if you find it, if anybody else, like just like he's talking about, if anybody else would like us to actually post the songs, on YouTube like we did before with previous songs, we'll be happy to do that. We just thought it was easier for everybody just to check it out the way that they put it up themselves. But if not, it's our channel. We can do whatever the fuck we want. So we'll put it up there if you guys want. But yeah, that's the only reason why you'll find that versus other songs, is that we just straight up stopped doing it. But yeah, we can start doing it again. And then let's see. Yeah, so he says it's a lot harder to find it that way. So we'll be sure to look into that. And we'll put them up for you, man. And then here's another good thing that I wanted to bring up with you, Tyler, is he's like, what do you think the reason is that you have like 10 times better stats on Spotify than YouTube? Which I think is a really good question. I think probably the main reason is that, especially in the beginning, we just like really wanted to like hype up Spotify a lot more. So I think we were sending people there a lot more. We've never really actively like told people about our YouTube channel. We've more just been like, hey, like this is where you can stream the music, and then obviously and it's like as an afterthought or whatever, we'd always say like, oh, these are where you can listen to the videos, you know, or watch the music videos that we've had out so far. So like I think it's kind of like people, unless they were really paying attention or they came in like straight off of a social media post of one of the music videos, they kind of had to go in and find the stuff, you know what I mean, afterwards, you know, like where it hasn't been like, we haven't really been like, hey, go to our YouTube to watch and listen to the music. I think it's just been kind of, you know, pretty much organic at this point in terms of like, you know, getting people to listen to the songs.
I mean, I think the quickest way to answer that question is just we put all of our our budget into pushing towards monetized platforms, and at the time we weren't monetized on YouTube. We were making money on Apple Music and Spotify, and so we pushed all in on Spotify, hoping to get on those algorithmic playlists, and it paid off.
Yeah.
So and so that's what we did.
Yeah.
And then it worked, and we kept pushing on it, and we'd run a campaign, and then a week later we'd show up on another. That song would end up on another algorithmic playlist, and then it would do well, and it would keep growing and growing, and now, you know, now the thing's on autopilot. It's, what do you?
And I think
Discover Weekly with 7 songs. 7 of your songs are constantly on Discover Weekly, and so, I mean, that's why. It's because Spotify was paying us back the most.
Yeah.
So we
and also that's just where
them.
we just, and long story short, yeah, for sure. And we sent people there, you know what I mean? We've never been like, hey, like go to YouTube no matter what. And that's actually part of the reason why like we appreciate the support, and like why we started the podcast a couple weeks back, is because we're actually really trying to grow the YouTube audience, you know what I mean? And we're really close to getting monetized. So like once we do, and like we said, in the interest of that, since it got brought up as a question, we'll for sure look into putting the songs up on there, because it seems like people want us to keep doing that. And then next one, perfect next question. Are you playing live shows right now? So to answer that, like, no, we haven't played any live shows yet. We've had a couple people hit us up on social media or send us emails or whatever, asking, and we've had a lot of, well, first of all, we've had a lot of the fans comment and say, hey man, like I want to see you guys live when you come into Ohio, when you come into Florida, when you come into New York, when you come into Arizona, when you're playing in LA. So like, which we love, like, thank you so much. We can't wait to play live for you guys, and we appreciate all the support. It just, right now we're just looking for an opportunity that makes sense. So if you do want us to play a show somewhere, let us know where you want us to go specifically, so we can start trying to work out something that makes sense in terms of playing live shows in different cities. Live shows in general, though, yes, we're open to it. Yes, we want to play for you, absolutely. So thank you so much if you're interested in seeing us. We're just trying to develop the right opportunity to do that in your specific area. So once again, if you are interested, let us know where, so we can start like getting a plan together. If you're interested in having us play somewhere, like if you're like a booker, or if you book shows or whatever, instead of being a fan that just wants to see the show, feel free to shoot us an email or reach out to us, you know, on our socials or whatever. If you want us to do something like that makes sense, we can have that conversation. Did you want to say anything about that?
No. I mean, one thing I will say, because like, I mean, you know that I've been a big advocate, like keep bothering them about it, because I've been a big advocate of them playing shows. But I mean, it's something that came up when I was at Capitol Records for that panel. How important live shows are. But I think that's more of like a us conversation. It's not really that interesting.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But anyway, yeah, if you are interested in that kind of thing, yeah, it's definitely part of the plan.
Bother the shit out of them about it.
Yeah, just keep bothering us about it, and let us know where you are and where you want us to play, so we can make sure to, like, you know, keep that in mind, because it's all about making sure we put something together that makes sense, you know. But obviously, yeah, we want to do it for you guys as soon as it makes sense to, and obviously that's our number one goal, is to do that.
Like, part of me wants to just make up a date. Just be like, Rare House, February 22nd, guys. Be there. It's happening. Official announcement.
That's not true. Don't listen to that.
It's happening. We're doing it.
Yeah. Okay, so, and then the last thing is, do you have any leftover beats to sell? So yeah, that's another conversation. Like if you want beats or any features or anything, once again, shoot us an email, hit us up on our socials if that's something that you're interested in. We can always try to work something out. Just hit us up in a private conversation. We'll take offline, and if it makes sense, then we can talk about it. But the answer is yes, anything is possible. Just be sure to hit us up. But yeah, once again, shout out to Monarch. Thanks so much for asking us those questions. Hopefully we answered everything that you wanted to. If you have anything else that comes to mind, feel free to hit us up. And just like they did, anybody else that wants to hit us up with questions, in the comment section, feel free to. But yeah, so thanks so much for sending us those. Did you have something? Or what?
I did have one thing, because I had a post that because one of the things that a lot of artists try to do is they try and like draft off of like paid ads. They'll be like, hit me up, check me out. In comments on like Instagram.
Oh yeah. Well, or celebrity comments, and they'll be like, check out my music.
Yeah,
or
exactly,
whatever.
exactly. But like, and I normally I don't engage or even bring them up, but there was one that happened last week. It was so fucking funny. But I'll just read it.
Okay.
So this kid, and I like the poor kid. He's like, self-promotion is probably one of the most annoying things on this platform. But being 16 years old and can't afford paid promotion, it's my only option. Started making music 2 years ago, but so on and so forth. So if you don't mind checking me out, that'd be great. And this dude just got torn apart.
Oh man.
It was like it, and then like, because the first comment is if you're rapping about how much money you got and you can't even pay $100 for a promo, you
dude.
shouldn't be rapping.
Oh dude.
It's like, it's true. How can you be broke and talk about how many bands you got? Give me a break. So it cracked me up because like the dude got called out hard because apparently his shameless self-promotion worked well enough that a couple of people went and listened to his music that talked about how rich and cool he was.
Right.
So,
yeah. Oh,
but
man.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty funny and worth sharing as far as the irony. So I do see those guys and I laugh at them when they're funny. So, but that's really it for me. So
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, should we get into? We got some. So the first couple episodes, we want to do the section where we like pulled up like troll comments of people that hate us. So like all the things that they say about us that we love to read. We just didn't really have anything like that. We found the first in episode 1. So like here now that we're in episode 3, we got some wonderful stuff for you. So let me find. Okay, so this is off Instagram. So this is the first one, and I'll try to find a couple more. So this is off of this hell post. So this is pure garbage. Please do not take this as a compliment. Stop making music for the sake of everyone, because I think some people go like, oh yeah, well maybe it's a compliment. And he's like, just wanted to be sure. He's like, this is pure garbage. Please do not think that this is any kind of compliment. Yeah. Don't try to like recover from this by going like, ha ha ha, thanks a lot. Like, I want you to genuinely like know that I think you suck. You know what I mean?
Do you remember that kid? It was like early on that I can't even remember what he said, but you came back and it just
it
was like it went on for like 2 days.
Yeah, I don't remember. But yeah, the bottom line is the kid was kept
we gotta look that up.
The kid kept like saying like, over and over. He was like, oh yeah, like, you suck and this and that. And like I kept like
no, you kept it good. It was all like witty and funny, and
it wasn't me going. Yeah, it wasn't me like. Oh yeah, well, whatever. Like I don't care. Like I think it's hilarious. Like I really.
Oh yeah,
don't
we
care.
love the troll
and
comments.
everybody's opinion. It's like your opinion. Like if you hate the stuff, like good. Like if you hate it, at least you're talking about it. But yeah, no, for sure. The point is like he kept coming at me seriously, and I kept throwing in like just jokes about what he was saying and like holes in what he was saying, not about us, but just what he was saying. And he was like, and then he was just
feel
like,
the tension.
Oh yeah,
and then he was trying to delete comments.
Yeah, he went back and deleted
just
stuff.
Tear them apart, and then he tried to delete it and edit it and change it to like make it sound cool again.
And then he blocked. I think he blocked us because we kept we kept fucking him up. So.
Oh man, that was good. We don't see a lot of those lately.
All right. So this isn't metal, just boring, simple rap in 2019. I think the first one was a little better than that. Okay. Either you are metal or rap, and if you do a mix-up, do better than this song. This is dead-ass garbage. Let's see. Let me try to find anything else. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's all we have for now. But yeah, we'll definitely keep making that a section as long as we have them to report. So, but yeah,
We
those
should
are.
have a contest on who could trash you the best.
I don't know about all that,
yeah,
but
no,
I mean,
know.
we just want to read because then people see. Cause
Yeah, then it's not fun.
We want to read
because,
organic
we really,
stuff.
Yeah.
We don't want people to try to do it. Like, you know what I mean? Because like most people that are watching this, like, you know what I mean? They like, you actually like us if you've gotten this far into the video. So like, you know what I mean? Obviously, like, don't try to do it. We want to read you stuff that people genuinely are mad about, because then it's fun. If you have a contest or you do any kind of like things like that, then it's not fun anymore. What else we got? Do we want to cover anything else?
No, I'm done.
You done?
I'm done.
All right, cool.
I'm ready to get out of this box and get some fucking water.
All right. So yeah, like we said, anything else you guys want to throw at us for future episodes, be sure to hit us up in the comment section as we develop this and get it going. Yeah, be sure to follow us. All the links are in the description if you don't already. We'll be coming at you with more stuff next week. So till next time, see you later.